Nah, I'm just kidding. The real video, it starts right now. I give you a game that was developed by Chrome Studios along with EA Games. Now, this is a very important childhood game of mine that I played the hell out of, and it came off the PS4 recently. I give you Ty the Tasmanian Tiger, my favorite game I was as a child. Now, I'm going to tell the story, but I'm actually let the prologue do it for me.
I gotcha! I gotcha! Okay, Ty, I'm in. Catch me if you can. Don't move, mate. I'll get help.
Don't be afraid, Ty. I am Nandu Gili, the Bunyip Elder.
G'day, mate.
It's time you knew the truth. Years ago, a great battle was fought over the fate of 5 mystic talismans.
My dinosaur ancestors were here first, you stinking furry mammal opportunists. Remember the comet! No! You mammals don't deserve to be at the top of the food chain! Now! Now to restore the natural order once and for all. Ah! Oh, my head! Never, never, never! Bye-bye. No!
Those brave few who challenged Boss Cass were trapped in the dreaming.
Mom? Dad?
Word grows that Boss Cass is seeking out the talismans again. He must be stopped at all costs. It's up to you to find the talismans before he does.
It's up to me to save my family.
Oi, Ty! Are you okay?
Maury? Oh, am I glad to see you. Oh, you're never gonna believe what just happened. I was playing in the forest when the ground suddenly... And that's when you showed up.
Rude! Sounds like you've got a fair dinkum adventure ahead of you, mate. Not that I'm into that sort of thing. I'd much rather be at home watching the footy. But I tell you what, you do the adventuring and I'll help you out where I can.
So yeah, that's basically what Ty needs to do. He needs to find the 5 mystic talismans, stop Boss Cass, in order to bring his family back from the dreaming, which is basically they were banished there by Boss Cass.
G'day, Julius.
Now, if I just reroute these wires to...
I said g'day, mate. Are you deaf?
Oh, goodness gracious me. Oh, I didn't see you there. I was just making some last-minute adjustments. Well, you must be Ty.
G'day. So, you old coot. What's this contraption do?
This contraption is the key to finding the talismans. Why is this so? It's quite simple, really. It uses an oscillatory microfeeder to scan for trace energy signals that match the unique power matrix of the talismans.
Huh?
Like a big nose that sniffs them out.
Oh.
Ah. And thunder eggs are the key to powering the machine.
Thunder eggs? Oh, they're as rare as hen's teeth, mate.
Couldn't you just use batteries?
If only it was that easy. You see, this machine doesn't just find where the talismans are, it actually teleports them here.
Struck me lucky.
And that, my friends, requires a great deal of energy.
So, how is Ty here gonna find all these thunder eggs?
Yeah, I was just wondering that myself.
A reasonable question. I've created these portals to lead Ty to areas rich with them. Of course, they won't just be lying all over the place.
Just our luck.
A lot of them will have already been found. The trick will be convincing the locals to part with their prized possessions. But I'm afraid I can't help you with that. If you're as resourceful as they say, Ty, I'm sure you'll think of something.
Righto, Ty. There's no point in mucking about. You've got to find a second boomerang. I'll see you in 2-up. This billabong has got the lot. Gum trees, wallabies, and even a koala. There's plenty to do here, so let's get a move on.
Man, the first pros are usually the roughest landing of all. Alright, collectibles. The first collectible in the entire game that you most likely run into is the opals. There's 300 in every level, and there's currently 9 levels for collectibles. So, find all 397, well, technically find all 300 in each level, you are rewarded with a thunder egg, which is another collectible in the game which requires you to power the talisman machine in order to find a talisman and bring it here. There's currently 8 in every level, and a 72 in total. The second collectible in the game is thunder eggs. There's 8 in, like I said, there's 8 in total. 1 for each type of task or challenge. First one, they're just found randomly around. Second one is doing a task for the NPCs that's in the area. And the third is the racetrack, which is basically a time trial. There's some levels that has time travels, like beat the clock on the level, or the other one, race the NPC for the thunder egg. And the fourth thing to get the thunder egg is finding all 300 opals in the level in order to reward you the thunder egg. The fifth one is the Bliblies, and the Bilbies, and there's 5 in every level, and there's 45 in total. Found all 5 in the level, reward you a thunder egg. The Bilbies are also a type of collectible in the game, so that'll be fun, and they'll be very well hidden or out of your way of the main areas. For the opals, you may usually find them in the crates that's here. You can throw a rang at them or bite them. So that's fun. Next up is the golden cogs. There's 15 in every level. For the golden cogs, well, technically there's 10 in every level.
Cogs, haven't you?
The 15 one comes in with Julius's boomerang machine.
Latest invention. I call it
when you find 15 golden cogs, you take it to him, and he'll build you a new boomerang. Well,
it's a machine
in this case, a techno-ring which does unique things that help you on your journey. The next type of collectible is called picture frames. There's 373 in the entire game, and only a certain amount in each level. There's 8 levels to be located in for the stories, and there will be the main hub, which is where you get to put the talismans out to get the boomerangs and everything. There's a certain amount in there as well. You only find 127 throughout the entire game. When you beat the game and collect every other collectible in the game, you unlock 2 bonus worlds which will have the remaining of the picture frames. The picture frames, once you find them, all of them, they will unlock special concept art that was developed for the game. Either they're using as a game or prototype type of concept arts. The last type of collectible is called rainbow scales. There's 25 in the main hub of the game. But the thing is, you have to progress the story and to unlock more areas to get the rainbow scales that are hidden inside of those areas. Find all 25 and reward you with a second health bar. You'll take 4 extra hits, and if you're underwater, 8 extra air bubbles for you to stay underwater longer, which is very helpful in the last part of the game. The boomerangs, your arsenal. The first boomerang you acquire is your standard issue boomerang that you start with. You acquire your second boomerang in the level 2 up, which is the tutorial level on how to play the game. Nothing really special about it, it's just your over the top average boomerang that you use. Your next boomerang that you acquire, it's in a level Shipwrecks. It's where Ty learns how to swim. Rex basically teach him how to swim by pressing the jump button into the water and hit the bite button to dive. And once he dives in the water, it will set off aqua rangs in the water. When you acquire them, they act like regular boomerangs, but underwater. Definitely helps you. Your third boomerang that you acquire is the Zoomerang. When you collect 15 golden cogs and deliver to Julius's boomerang machine, it'll create a techno ring for you. The Zoomerang is basically a sniper version of a boomerang, and it goes farther than your average boomerang. The next boomerang you acquire when you collect 15 more golden cogs is the Multi-Rang. Shorter range than the average boomerang, but it fires like a submachine gun. Like, look at it go! Your first elemental rang that you acquire after you defeat the first boss in the game is the Flamerang. It destroys ice blocks, destroys enemy cricket bats. Ooh, look at how those burn. You can one-shot those blue-tongued lizards that you encounter throughout the game. The next boomerang you acquire is the Mega Rang. Collect 15 more golden cogs, give it to Julius, he'll create it, he'll make it for you. This boomerang is one of my favorites. It automatically locks on to enemies and automatically targets the next enemy nearby, as long with the crates as well. It'll target those as well. I mean, look at that chain reaction. The next rang is very helpful, but it only serves one purpose: the Infrarang. When aiming down sights in Ty's view, you can see the hidden crates, and it also gives off some noise. Those hidden crates are part of the collectibles for the picture frames, and they're a bitch to find. The next elemental rang you acquire by defeating the second boss in the game is the Frosty Rang. It can freeze enemies in place and can destroy fire logs, which is very helpful on some levels. I forgot a rang, which is the Lasso Rang. It's only available in a level Outback Safari. Basically what it aims to prize, it's basically a lasso with a boomerang attached to it. Nothing really special about that, it only helps you with that one level. The next boomerang is possibly my favorite one. The Kaboomerang. It makes things go boom. I mean, just look at that explosive range when you throw it. Instead of throwing run, you throw both. And when they spiral, and then once they collide, kaboom! Luckily, it does not hurt you. The next Techno Rang, after you give Julius 15 more golden cogs, is the Chrono Rang, which by far I think is the most useless toy in the entire game, because when you hit an enemy with it, they automatically slow down. I can use other boomerangs to literally kill them with it, and that's it. But it's there. It's only there for a trophy, like beat the time trial with the boomerang, the chrono ring equipped. The final elemental ring is the Zappy ring. It powers generators, so there's only a few of them in the entire game, and it electrifies the enemies. Like when you hit an enemy, you hear the waboom, like they got struck by lightning. You can actually possibly see the skeletons for a little bit. And the last boomerang you get in the entire game is the Doomerang, which is only attained in the final boss fight in the entire game. And that's it for all the boomerangs.
What I should have done years ago. I'm giving him a hand, mate.
After all I did for you?
What? Lied to me? Good luck, Ty.
You traitorous Tasmanian tiger.
You beauty!
Alright, the first boss you encounter in the game after collecting a certain amount of Thunder Eggs is Bull. He's a giant bull that basically charges at you. As you can see, Boomerang doesn't hit him, and when I get close enough, he'll knock me back. In order way to defeat him is have to knock him, chase him into this little rock pile, which as a kid I thought they were like termite hills. But as you can see, that's the only thing that can damage him. But the AI is smart. If you Well, right now it's not as smart because it basically charged head first into that freaking pillar of rock. But here's the thing, after being damaged a certain amount of times, he'll do special attacks. This one is his ground pound. After being weakened twice, he'll start doing this type of attack. When I said the AI is smart, if he starts charging at you, but if you move out of the pillar of the rock out of the way early enough, he'll actually slow down and stop himself before hitting on it. So you literally have to time it just right. However, sometimes I didn't get the timing right and I still get hit twice. But if you're not on time enough, he'll still hit it, but he'll not receive any damage. But when he's close to you, he'll do a shout damage, but I never let him get that chance. Ole! It takes a lot of baiting in order to defeat this boss. But over a while, you will get him down to just little health. He's basically one of the easiest main bosses in the entire game. As you can see, I'm already positioning myself in front of another pillar, just in case he finishes his thunder wave, his shock wave. But after doing a certain amount of times, he'll start hurling balls of rock towards you if you're not careful enough. That time, I thought I almost had him. Well, it's kind of close. You just need 2 more pillars of rock just to go. Boom! There's another one. Just 1 more to go, and we'll be all over soon. Also, if you hide behind the pillar of rock, he'll actually walk up to you and then does a shout. Which is why it's highly imperative that you stand in front of it while he's seeing you. Of course, make sure you dodge the giant balls of rock he hurls towards you. And there you go. And that's how you beat the first boss. The next boss you basically face is a mini boss actually, and his name is Nettie. When you counter in a level which I completely forgot the name. To defeat him is actually pretty easy. Just think of the bull fight. He'll start charging you, just dodge him out of the way, and you just put the flamerangs on his ass. Basically light his eyes on fire. Every time he loses a health bar, a piece of his armor goes away. Just keep doing this process about 3 times. Besides, he never listens. He never learns. This is the easiest boss fight. Once you did it a 3rd time, you'll see a big target on his belly. Just shoots the flamerangs at him.
What?
And your reward for defeating him? You are rewarded. The collectible. A Thunder Egg.
All right.
The second main boss in the game, after completing 3 more levels and collecting enough Thunder Eggs, is Crikey, a cybernetic tiger shark. he is very dangerous. As you see, he's imperious of Flamerangs and Anti-Boomerang. What you can do is dive into the water and see these tanks in here. Hit him with an Aqua Ring, get out before you finish eating the, basically, bucket of food. Because he will fuck you up. Because he is a fast swimmer. Make sure you get the Flamerangs out. He'll chop on the barrel. Just fire the Flamerangs. Just think of the Jaws. Make sure you have something on fire. Throw it at it. It'll go boom. As you can see, it only loses a chunk of his health. You have to do this about 3 or 4 times. And the thing is, it requires a lot of patience and timing. Plus, the music I hear right now very much reminds me so much of the Jaws theme music, in a way. It's just, when I was a kid, for the life of me, I could never figure out how to beat this boss. Cause every time I counter him, I basically restart the game and do it all, play the game all over again. And I only figure out how to defeat him when the PC released on Steam. That's how I figure it out. Or I must have figured it out as a kid, and I may have beaten it like that, but I couldn't exactly remember. There's basically 3 of these helium tanks in this level for you to hit. There's also 2 extra lives in this level. One in the early section, I think there is one, and there's one is a tunnel underneath there, near the helium pipe. Swim all the way and climb all the way up to the tunnel. Near a lighthouse, there's an extra life in there. He is stunned momentarily when you explode the helium tank. And that's it, and that's how you beat Crikey.
That poor shark was a cybernetic pawn of Boss Cass. Swim free, sweet Crikey. Swim free.
You beauty!
Third boss fight of the game, you face the Beast Titan. I'm just kidding. This boss name is actually named Fluffy. Basically, what you need to do, there's 3 phases to this boss fight. First one, use a Flamerang to melt, basically burn his fur off. As you can see, Fluffy is not an actual giant-ass ape. And believe it or not, this is the only boss where I lose so many health points on. Like, lose so many lives. I think I got game over on this boss once. And the thing is, it's so hard to fucking hit some of his middle body. Once you've defeated his first phase, burn his fur off, his second phase starts. What you're supposed to do is shoot the Flamerang through those pillars of fire. Me, being a dumbass, I thought I had to freeze the leg, or freeze him. And you can see, it's not working well for me. And then it hit me. I saw those pillars of flames. I was like, you know what? Let's try something. That didn't fucking work. Let's see. I'm trying for the life of me trying to figure out how to defeat this boss. And then I decided to try to put that out to see if it will actually do something. But not exactly working. So I decided to use the Flamerang, see what that works. What it actually does, when you shoot a Flamerang through it, it'll supercharge the Flamerang. And it'll deal intense damage to Fluffy. You gotta do this about 5 times to defeat him. And you don't want to get hit by those fists, because you saw I almost died there again. I did die once from it. See, now he can't do shit. Third phase is done. And this is one of Bodge's henchmen. Guess what her name is? It's Fluffy. Her name is Fluffy. And this last phase is very simple. Just get the frosty ring out, and you see that like chimney that's on fire, just throw it, try to cool it down. And that's how you beat Fluffy.
I have to say, I am impressed. But Boss Cass is gonna be peeved. You know, if things were different, we could have been a team.
Fourth boss fight in the entire game that you need to encounter is named Shadow the Bat. And I gotta say, this is the most stupidest way to kill this boss. In order to do that, you have to hit the switch. It will launch a vast of steam, basically where she's standing on, and she actually gets damaged. I mean, it's very, very stupid. You have to do this about 3 times, and there's a lot of parkour in the way. If you're not fast enough, she'll actually send bats after you in order to damage you. In order to reach the next part, you have to hit the same button with the vent to launch to the next area. And there will be a lot of enemies in your way. As you see, I pulled up a boomerang menu. Press the action button, which is the, if you're on a PlayStation controller, it's the triangle button. You gotta love those boomerang. The kaboomerang. You just gotta love it. It's my favorite boomerang, but you don't get it until late game though. Alright, but there's a lot of lava pools in the way. Choose your way to get there. As you can see, she's already on the next vent, and I can see the button already. Unfortunately, I lost my first recording session of Shadow, so I immediately ran up to her and jumped on the steam to get to the next area, while she's slowly losing her life. That way I can get to the next area while she's still recovering, and just wait. This is how easy this boss fight is, but you have to be fast and know where the button is. Besides, it's pretty fucking easy. You can actually see the next button right there. So, I just wait, since I already cleared the path and I'm already miles ahead of her. And look, there she is. What took you so long, Shadow? Ready to get your ass beat? The moment she lands, that's when you strike. And that's how you beat Shadow. The final boss fight in your game, the first stage, is yet to see the flamethrowers of his. Use the frosty ring to freeze it and then bite it. I don't have my original recording since the PlayStation ate it. You saw I have 1 left, right? In the early recordings I had like 20. I'll explain that in a second after these boss fights. What you do is there's a fuck ton of these flamethrowers. Once you have bitten all of them, the force field is down. Destroy the doors and work your way down there. That's where phase 2 of the boss fight starts. Once you get past the flamethrowers, like why is Boss Cass loves flamethrowers? I decided to say fuck it, let me go through. There will be enemies down here. What you need to do is get the flamerang and destroy the cooling pipes, the cooling wires. You see if there's 16 I need to destroy, but all 8 are here because I had to destroy it twice. The more you destroy, more enemies will spawn, trying to basically kick your ass and prevent you from doing this. I'm basically just jumping and just flying, like throwing flameworks all around, hoping to hit the pipes and maybe an enemy or two. Once all 6 have been destroyed, you get the boomerang. The doomerang. What you need to do is throw it into that spiral green zone, which reminds me of Jack and Daxter in a way, and then traverse into the actual giant ass robot. Stay on target. Stay on target. This reminds me of the Death Star trench run. It's a process. It takes roughly a minute trying to get from point A to where Boss Cass is. Maybe a minute. Maybe less. I didn't time it. Who called the police? I can hear the police sirens. In order to know you're going the right way, the strobing lights has to be going towards you. That's how you know you're going the right way. I kind of fucked up multiple times on my first go. And yes, you see the boomerang swerving a lot. It's kind of hard to control it in a way because the PS4 is also a motion controller, which also helps with the aiming for the Ty's view and controlling this boomerang. So if I shake the controller, I'm fucked. You know you're reaching the end of the tunnel when you see basically a black wall. And that's how you reached it. And that's how you beat Boss Cass.
Bonza!
The talismans are back where they belong. Order is restored, and chaos has been averted. All thanks to you, Ty the Tasmanian Tiger.
No problem, mate. I'm just doing my job.
Alright, so we covered boomerangs, we covered the gameplay mechanics, we covered bosses. Now I'm just going to talk about the game itself, about the history. As we know, the Ty the Tasmanian Tiger was created by Chrome Studios. Chrome Studios not only created Ty the Tasmanian Tiger, it also created 3 more games of Ty the Tasmanian Tiger. There's Ty the Tasmanian Tiger 2, Bush Rescue. There's Ty the Tasmanian Tiger 3, Night of the Quakin'. And Ty the Tasmanian Tiger 4. I've only discovered Ty the Tasmanian Tiger 3 and 4. I didn't know those games existed. Ty 4 only came up for the Game Boy Advance. It was a Game Boy game. And for Ty 3, it came up for the PS2 and GameCube as well, but I never heard of it. Ty 2 Bush Rescue is by far my favorite one of all. Jesus Christ, that was too close. And Ty 2 has by far one of my favorite Ty games in the entire series. Because not only that, it was longer and it was very, very unique. It's nothing like the first Ty game. There was barely any collectibles. Like, there is collectibles for the picture frames. You still have to find those. But there was no Thunder Eggs as far as I remember. There was Golden Cogs, but I don't know how many or what they do. But the Opals, you can use those to actually buy boomerangs from from Ty's parents, and from Sly, the Tasmanian Tiger that was in the first game. You've seen bits and pieces of him throughout this video. Chrome Studios not only created Ty the Tasmanian Tiger series, but they also, get this, helped develop a Star Wars game. And that Star Wars game, its main character was the most badass Jedi out there. I am talking about Starkiller. Chrome Studios helped develop Star Wars The Force Unleashed. That's right. They helped create that Star Wars game. That Star Wars game was awesome. They also created various other games I never even heard of, which is actually really good. So Ty the Tasmanian Tiger originally came out for the PS2 and the Nintendo GameCube back in 2002 in November timeframe. And Like I stated, I played the hell out of it. My dad originally got this game because he thought it was pretty cool. I saw him play it, and I thought it was pretty cool, and I started playing it, and I loved it. Because I just love just throwing boomerangs at these fucking lizards. I love that thump sound when you hit them. And also when the death animation, they show smoke of a skull, which I think is pretty neat. But, yeah, that's really good. Go up this hill again. Jesus Christ, not again! Alright. Where is that last item frame? God fucking damn it, fuck you, Bowler. Wait. What's that song coming from? Oh shit! That scared the crap out of me. Alright. Talk about the final feature in the game. Hardcore mode. I attempted hardcore immediately after beating the game for the first time in normal mode. Hardcore mode, to put things simply, I've done this on my first go. You only start with one life. What you're about to see here, it just means see what happens when you die in hardcore mode. I've already did everything. I collected all the opals, I collected all the rainbow scales, I collected all the thunder eggs, golden cogs, everything, but the picture frames, because they're optional. They only unlock constant art. Once you collect all 373, that's it. You don't have to collect them again. I only did them for trophy. So hardcore mode, you only start with one life and one life only. There's no extra lives in this game. You start with one life, that's it. That's all you're getting. Everything's pretty much the same. Oh, and there's one other thing. You can't save. You can't save your progress. The game auto-saves for you every time you collected a collectible, such as a Thunder Egg, Golden Cog, or one of those outhouses that spawns when you get closer. It auto-saves for you. That's basically it. You can't save, you only start with one life. And you see me here, parkouring up a mountain and falling to my death. Thanks to that second health, Paul, I had to do this 8 times. There was actually multiple instances where I almost died, especially on the fluffy boss fight. I got hit 3 times. After that, I just channeled Ultra Instinct and killed Fluffy within a matter of seconds because I couldn't get hit. I can't get hit because that would be game over right there. Because I don't know what happens. I did everything I possibly could. And I managed to beat the game within 4.5 hours. Our normal mode, I did it in 8.5. As you can see, I'm showing you everything I've done. Just proof I did it. Here we go. And I'm dead. Game over. You don't see any retry, it just says main menu. So, let's see what happens when you die. It resets your progress. Well, shit. But, hey, I got proof that I did it on my first go. I might do it again. But anyways, that's Ty, the Tasmanian Tiger. Oh my god, look at the time. Roll the credits!
still doing here? The game's over. Go read a book or something.